Yo, what is going on, guys? Today we're going to be getting a nuke with the DUAL KODACHIS, which also I like to call them the akimbo swords, whatever you want to call them. They're a nice little melee weapon that actually come out at the start of Season 2, and if you want to get this melee weapon, I'm pretty sure all you have to do is get it in the Battle Pass, nice and easy. Just save up a couple of tokens, and you should be able to get it nice and easy. So anyway, this nuke actually took me like a lot longer than any other weapon I've done before, and that's just because I was kind of putting it off, because this is actually a lot more difficult than the combat knife, and the reason for that is the sprint speed on this is a lot slower than the combat knife. Like, you actually really need that sprint speed when you're using a melee weapon. Like, you could have, like, the range on this is really good, the range is great, and you can hit them probably more often than you can hit with the combat knife, but that doesn't matter. If you haven't got the sprint speed, it is really difficult, especially when you're trying to get out of, like, tough situations, or, like, back away because people are too far away, whatever. Yeah, that sprint speed really makes a huge difference, so it was actually really difficult to get it. There's actually a few times where I've chased somebody like all the way across the map and I can't catch up to them because I'm so slow with this weapon, and the only way I can catch them is if they stop running. So I've been literally taken on a little trip on the other side of the map just to stab someone. So yeah, the sprint speed on this is really annoying, but other than that, this thing is really cool. The range on it is great. Like, it's pretty crazy. Obviously it's a sword, so of course it's going to have good range. So yeah, it's got cool range. You can smack them with both. You can use L2 and R2 to do different kind of animations to melee with. But yeah, these are really cool melee weapons, and I really hope they bring out another melee weapon in Season 3, because running around with melee weapons on this game is honestly so fun. So anyway, enough about melee weapons. Let me actually explain to you how I finally got this nuke. So we are playing on the map Dome, which actually isn't a preferred map for me. There's only two maps in the whole entire game that I usually only bring out my melee weapons, and that is Farm and Embassy. Embassy, obviously, is a close range map all round, and that is the map that I got both my combat knife nuke and my riot shield nuke on, because it's just so easy, so close quarters. And Farm, because if you go in the middle bit, say you're playing domination, B is in the middle bit, so you are literally protecting B the whole game. The middle bit is so close quarters, you can get really easy melee kills in there. So yeah, those are the only two maps I'll ever really use my melee weapons on. So that is why I've taken like so long to get this, is because I only pull them out for those maps. But anyway, I decided to pull them out today on this map, and honestly I would never use a melee weapon on this map. It just never goes well, but luckily in this game it went really well. So right now I'm in a terrible position. I'm actually very lucky I didn't get caught out in the open here. So this is the one time in this game that I'm in just an absolutely terrible position. I wasn't really sure what I was doing. Wasn't sure where they were gonna. I knew they were coming from there, but I thought the spawns were gonna change, but they didn't. So when I figured out that they were just gonna keep spawning there, and there's absolutely no way I can come around that corner and challenge any of them because I'll just get destroyed. It's pretty hard to take on more than one enemy at a time, but luckily these weapons are actually pretty good at doing that because you can hit so quickly. But usually when there's two of them, you're just gonna get destroyed. So after challenging them there and literally almost dying, I thought, right, I ain't doing that again. So I go on the flank here, which is really good because I pick up a lot of kills from it, because they are non-stop just spawning in that building. So I just go behind them and kill as many as I can. But when I'm not on the flank, I'm trying to stay in the buildings in close quarters at all times. I try to stay in the dome a little bit. I try to stay in this main building here, and obviously I was out in the open then because I had my advanced UAV up, so I was trying to make the most of it. So you see I'm on the flank here. I got 3 kills here, and there was one more round here, so we got 4 kills from that flank, which is really good. But unfortunately we run into 2 more people down here and basically almost died, but luckily I managed to get out of it. This guy just missed me with his crossbow. If he hit me with that, I would have blown up and died. I threw a stun by accident there because I thought he had stims on. So I lay here now, just take it slow, because I know I'm on a high kill streak. That's the one thing actually I'm really shit at when I'm going for streaks. I need to take it slow. My patience is so shit. I always just think, right, I can't do this, I need to run out, and I always get myself killed. But that's my one problem when I'm going for melee nukes. I always expect to do as good as I do with like normal guns with melee weapons, so I always just run out and die. But that is the main thing you want to have when you're using melee weapons. Even if you're not going for a streak, just if you want to do good with a melee weapon, you need to have a bit of patience sometimes. You can't just run out like a mentalist. But like, here I am again going on the flank, and now I think I'm about like 2 or 3. There's a guy here chasing me with swords. So I take him out, and then we are 2 kills off, and I'll trim this bit down because I was literally just camping in a corner for the last 2 kills. I was not dying too off, so I flanked that guy, and then I sit in a corner for about another 30 seconds, and the same guy came for payback. Wasn't expecting him through this door, but he almost killed me, but luckily we managed to get the nuke. So there we go. That is a nuke with the DUAL KODACHIS, or however you pronounce it, akimbo swords I like to call them. Honestly, brilliant melee weapons. They're hard to use. They are hard to use in my opinion, but man, they are so fun to use. You need to try them out if you haven't already. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe, because I upload challenge nukes like this every single day. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.